right? Call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Baharakak Wadash, Shalom, to the Akim, and to the sincere sisters that's listening and learning, to the brothers that are doing this work, coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, with another lesson. Let's jump right into it. So this is Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. So the point I want to go into this lesson is that you have to utilize the counsel of all the things in the world, okay? The Most High will put you through experiences, and he will put you through trials, and he will put you before certain people that may not be in the truth, but that you can gain wisdom or some type of information to utilize towards your wisdom and understanding, okay? That's going to help better you in this truth, all right? So like it says a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, okay? Those wise counsels are first and foremost going to be the elder and apostles of Great Millstone and all the brothers on down that are in your camp, the brothers that you fellowship with, that you break bread with, watching the videos. Those are the wise counsels. But then the wise counsels you endure are also going to be those that of your experiences. When you ask for strength, the Most High will put you in a situation where you're forced to grow. If you're asking for strength and wisdom, right, and mental strength, right, and courage, the Heavenly Father is going to more than likely he's going to put you in a situation or an experience that is going to put you in a place of discomfort, embarrassment, a place where you're vulnerable. And in that experience, you then have to fight to get up out of it, man. You're going to have to fight to push through and to endure. And through that endurance and through that fight, you then grow and become stronger. You become wiser, all right? You become more humble. So what I've learned in my personal life is that, hey, the Most High is going to have you in some very uncomfortable situations, man. And it's your responsibility to utilize those experiences for what they're meant for, right? Because the Most High is not going to tempt you with evil. We know that the Most High does not tempt evil. When a man is tempted, he is tempted from his own lust. The Most High will put you through trials and tribulations, but he will not tempt you to do evil, okay? So he'll put you in an environment or in a position to where you're financially unstable, right? And it's your responsibility to analyze the situation and to make the right decisions. Ultimately, for example, if you were in the world, right, prior to this truth, and let's just say you were involved in some illegal activities to make money, whether that was selling drugs, whether that was robbing, stealing, scamming, whatever it was, right? Hypothetically. And I'm pretty sure there are brothers who partook in a lot of this kind of stuff, man. If that was you and the Most High puts you in a very financially unstable position and you have the ability or the access to go back to them old ways, that's not the Most High tempting you. That's your own lust that's tempting you to have those thoughts, to even think about going back to making some quick money. You could flip a pack real quick and make a couple hundred, a couple thousand to, get up out of a hole and pay your bills or whatever it is you got to do. Get your if you got kids, get your little one, whatever they need. It's your responsibility to make the decision ultimately not to do that, right? And by you making that conscious decision to not go back into that life, but to ultimately lean on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and assess your situation and get creative and find alternative ways to make money that are not going to be detrimental to your spirit, all right? And through that action, you then become stronger and you gain more faith, and that faith and confidence is also ultimately what's going to make you stronger. Because being mentally tough and mentally strong, it's all through faith. Okay, confidence is all through faith. Even if we're talking, for carnal things, like if it comes down to, let's say you're a guy and you're afraid to talk to women, that comes down to a lack of confidence or insecurity, which ultimately comes down to a lack of faith, right? You don't believe that you can attract this woman. You don't believe that you have the skills and the attributes that are appealing to this woman. You don't have the belief or the faith that you can bring value to this woman's life, man. So therefore you're afraid to approach her. You're afraid to introduce yourself. You're afraid to ask for a date. You're afraid to ask for the number, right? All things mentally, all mental strength, it all comes down to faith at the end of the day, man. Whether faith is just the belief in what you cannot see, man, or the belief in the unknown, that's faith. The belief in the hypothetical, belief in the unknown, the uncertain, the unsure, right? That's faith, which all things start in the spirit before they manifest in the flesh, man. So let's jump over to Proverbs 10. And let's read verse 9. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be known. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. Right? He that walketh uprightly, right? He walketh surely. He's assured of his actions and his steps, because ultimately he does things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay? All things that he do are of the Lord. He puts the spirit of the Most High, right? The Rakak Wadash, in all of his actions, and everything he sets forth his mind to do, he does it in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Whether that's things that are in the truth or out of the truth, man. All things start in the spirit before they happen in the flesh, man. And don't get stuck in the mindset thinking that you can't rely on the Lord for things that pertain to the flesh, man. Just because something pertains to the flesh does not make it wicked, okay? Where there is no law, there is no sin. So if you're relying on the Lord to make you better at your job so you can make more money, that's not a wicked thing, man. You're relying on the Lord to increase your might and your ability so that you can perform better, which is ultimately a direct reflection of yourself and your spirit, which is ultimately a reflection of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you are the physical representation of the Lord. So you should start looking at things like, when I'm moving in the world, I'm a direct reflection and representation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is my power. And I let it be known. Now, I'm not saying you got to walk around boastful saying you're an Israelite, but when it comes down to giving the glory, if you do overperform at your job and your boss, a manager asks you, yo, you're doing a great job, man. How are you doing this? What motivates you to keep going, to work so hard and perform so well? And your response is, hey, listen, all things are of the Lord, man. I can't do anything that the Lord doesn't allow me. And I'm grateful that everything I do, I give it unto my power, man. You can boldly say that, man. You don't have to give specific details. But hey, all glory be to God, man. Keep it very generic, but you know who you're referring to, and people know that you have a representation of your power, man. So that's the spirit to be in. And being in that spirit will cause a effect of humility, which will ultimately please the Heavenly Father, which will only want him to do more of giving you more power, more blessings, right? Because he knows that through it all your increases, you're going to remain humble, and your faith is only going to but increase. And that's ultimately the goal or the pleasure of the Lord, man, that we have faith and rely on him. So rely on the Lord, man. Verse 11, it says, the mouth of a righteous man is well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. I think that's all I wanted to get there. And then let me just jump over here, man. Going back to those experiences that you're going to face through the world that are ultimately going to be lessons for you to end up growing in faith and understanding. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There have no temptation taken you but such as a common to man, right? Because all temptation that happens unto you, man, is common to man, man. There's nothing that's going to happen to you that's not common unto man, okay? You know, very, very, very rare situations are you going to be put in to where it's uncommon to happen. You know, very, very rare, like some Final Destination shit. It's very unrare, very unlikely, man. Especially for the upright, you know, them that are striving to be righteous in the eyes of the Lord. You know, it's very unlikely that you're going to be put in a very uncommon situation. It says, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. Right? The Most High is very faithful, man. He's going to abide in your faith, man. He's going to give you your portion of your faith, man. He's not going to give you any less than you deserve, okay? Or any more than you deserve. It says, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. Right? You're not going to be tempted more than you are able, man. Which is really just going into the tribulations, okay, and the trials that you go and experiences you go through. You're not going to go through any type of experiences that you're not able to bear, okay? The Lord's not going to put you through something that's ultimately going to destroy you. If you be of the elect, the Most High is not going to destroy you, okay? Even if you are put to death, the Lord's not going to put you in a position to where you're going to forsake your morals and your beliefs for the sake of getting out of the discomfort or the pain or whatever the hell it is that you're going through, right? Whatever it is, if you be of the elect. If you're not of the elect and you go through some shit and it ultimately causes you to forsake everything you believe in, then it's, you know, I think it's safe to assume that more than likely you were not predestinated for this truth, for Yahweh Shai. You know, you were not predestinated to be conformed to Yahweh Shai, man. You know, let's just, you know, we call a spade, man. Now, granted, every brother's path is different. So if you go through some shit and it causes you to take a step back, man, you know, as long as you don't completely just forsake the Lord and just go back into all manner of wickedness, hey, you can come back, man. You know, you can be brought back into the faith, man. Hey, everything is of the Lord, man. The Lord will have compassion on whom have compassion, mercy on whom will have mercy, all right? We can't judge that. We can't make that decision. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye might be able to bear it. So there's always going to be an exit. There's always going to be an outcome. There's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what situation or experience you're going through, okay? So look at every situation, look at every trial, look at every tribulation as a learning experience. Really take the time to analyze the situation you're going through and really think about all the lessons there are to learn within what you're going through. You know, if you're a brother that's out of work and you've been applying to so many different jobs and you can't quite get a job, really, and I was in this position myself. Take a step back, think about, okay, what am I doing and what can I do different? What can I do better? Think about maybe, damn, did I get a couple interviews and I didn't get any callbacks after the interviews? Think about what you could do differently in your interview. Think about updating and changing your resume and, you know, tweaking your experience and maybe coming with better, being more personable. Maybe when you're asked certain questions, because in interviews, you pretty much get asked the same type of questions. Start actually coming up with universal answers to the questions you're asked on interviews and make it very to the point where it's like an employer can't do anything but accept you and hire you, man. Don't allow them to disqualify you. You know, that's on, you know, unless, of course, you don't have a certain certification or level of education that they're looking for. But other than that, if you have the experience, you're able and you fit the description, you know, you got to show forth that effort. And, hey, listen, lean on the Lord, man, and be patient. It's the best thing and the best advice I can give. Be patient, man. So Lord willing, this video was edifying. Till next time, shalom.